Back in the 90s, the Super Nintendo had a vast library of countless video games, all of which could potentially be an amazing gem. Now, chances are, you haven't played the majority of these, and neither have I. Thumbing through various highly prestigious video game periodicals, you'd often see these games listed in alphabetical order, and one of the first games you'd always come across seems to be Alfred Chicken. Now sure, there's plenty of games listed before it, like The Three Ninjas Kick Back, The Seventh Saga, Real Monsters, but I've heard of people playing these games before. My problem comes from Alfred Chicken. I've never heard of even one person having played this. Never! Immediately upon putting 2 and 3 together, I realized there could potentially be an incredible gem of a video game hidden inside this unassuming Super Nintendo title. Naturally, I really felt the need to check it out. But how could I just go barging into this potential Citizen Kane of gaming without knowing the facts beforehand? Like, imagine you go to play Super Mario and you didn't know that you had to step on the turtles. How would your gaming experience be? You could potentially ruin an entire series of video games for yourself. I couldn't do this. I needed to find somebody who had played this game and get the scoop firsthand. So naturally, my first stop was the most highly revered, intensely intellectual place for gaming knowledge I could possibly think of, the GameFAQs message boards. But when I got to the Alfred Chicken message board, it was a ghost town. It seems that one user had claimed the entire place for himself, and another had an unexplained hatred of the game. He doesn't even seem to remember the game. This is highly suspicious to me. How could a game have zero following, have no information about it, and the only person I can find so far to have played it doesn't even have any recollection of it? What's going on? I regrouped and focused my search onto the actual physical game, the cartridge. On eBay, there's plenty of listings for the game. Suspiciously though, most of these cartridges are in very good condition, almost like they've never been played. And they're all being sold for very low prices, but almost like their owners are desperate to get rid of them. But the most shocking listing I saw was a brand new sealed copy of the game imprisoned in a mystical holding gem. What is it about this game that forced someone to take such extreme measures to defend themselves from it? Concerned, I withdrew from the physical search, and I just had to make sure for myself that the game existed in some form digitally. I went to a few of my favorite ROM sites, and sure enough, the game is there. It's available for download. But this got me thinking, how many people have actually downloaded this game to play? I needed to speak with someone who actually handles these ROM sites. It took a bit of searching, but I finally found an admin of a ROM site. Dark Morpheus Yoshi 1992 was kind enough to let me ask him a few questions about his download statistics for his ROM site, geocities.com/hollywood/downtown/13489. I started with a few lowball questions just to make sure he knew what he was talking about. Simple questions like if he had the warning that you can only download ROMs for 24 hours before deleting them up on day 1, or if he had to add that later, and how many fan translations he had available to download of Chrono Trigger, where Chrono Trigger says bad cuss words to all his friends and family. He seemed like the real deal, so then I started to approach the Alfred Chicken question. But upon asking him how many times Alfred Chicken had been downloaded off of his website, he suddenly became extremely defensive and standoffish. He responded back asking if I was with the FBI, and that if I was required to tell him. When I tried to calm him down and get him back on track, he suddenly disappeared. I never saw him online again since then, and I can't even get to his webpage anymore. I'm out of options at this point. All I can do is just download the game for myself and try it. Sitting at the ZSNES main menu, all sorts of thoughts are going through my head. What am I actually in store for here? Is this game so dangerous it needed to be locked away to be forgotten? Is this game part of some higher FBI operation that's gonna bring the feds down on me? Am I in danger? Is this actually worth it? Before I could think any further, and against my better judgment, I just went ahead and opened the game up. Oh, it wasn't any of that shit, it's actually just bad.